The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
Reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, I tell you most solemnly, unless a wheat of grain falls on the ground and dies, it remains only a single grain. But if it dies, it yields a rich harvest. Anyone who loves his life loses it. Anyone who hates his life in this world will keep it for the eternal life. If a man serves me, he must follow me. Wherever I am, my servant will be there too. If anyone serves me, my Father will honor him. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Three lessons that we learn from today's reading. The first one is life comes only through death. So dying, so we rise. So it is very clear. Every Eucharistic celebration that we celebrate also, giving life. Jesus died in order to give us life. Coming to the simple example which Jesus has given, he himself has given about his own life. So the seed going into the earth, so it has to die, then only it gives life. So it is giving new life comes when it dies. That seed is no more, so then the new life comes. Martyrdom in the church also, it is similar. So martyrdom, in the name of Christ, they die for faith. So it is also becomes the seed ground, the seed which dies. The martyrdom of every person, so whereby the seed is dying and then they give new life. The more the martyrdoms that we have seen, the blood of the martyrs has become the seed ground in the church. So it has increased. So though we saw a lot of persecution, so challenges, difficulties in order to follow or to practice the faith. So especially in the early church, we have seen so many died. This Lawrence is one of them. We have second lesson that comes from today's reading. Only by spending life we retain it. We spend life for others, for God, and then we retain. So it remains. Sometimes we want to make name by maybe gaining a lot of material things, so that gets over. But then retaining name only when we spend for others, when we spend for God. So we have seen all the saints, most of the saints, martyrs, so Mother Teresa, Saint Damien, Vincent de Paul, so they have spent for the people. So they went out in order to spend their whole life for Christ, and for the love of Christ they spent for the people, and then they have retained it. And third lesson comes from the same. The greatness comes through selfless and committed service. So selfless and committed service. So as we find in all the saints, so how they have done. Even in our life also we see. So if we have spent a selfless and committed life, if not for others, even for our own family, so it remains, it retains. So we are able to bear fruit. So in and through our children, through our families. Love demands sacrifice. Jesus himself has shown, loving till the end, the last drop of the blood he has shed for humanity, so by which that sacrifice, selfless sacrifice that he has done, so we have the rewards, so that we have the sacraments, we have all the sources of grace and blessings that is coming to us, so including the Eucharist. Today we surrender our lives for God's service. So whatever way it is possible, whatever way God has called us, and especially in our own families, God is calling us in order to serve Him. Maybe simple way, so whatever we do, simple acts that we do, the generosity that we show, as St. Paul is telling, if we sow thin, then we reap also thin. If we sow generously, then we get more generosity. So let us ask the Lord that we may experience God's blessings, God's generosity, as we show our generosity to Him and to His love. God bless you.